Well, hello everyone and welcome to Friday Sews. Today I'm going to be showing you my Nerida Hansen fabric makeup. Well, welcome to all my subscribers and welcome to any new subscribers or any new viewers. Hope everyone's having a wonderful week. Now today I'm going to take you through my Nerida Hansen fabric makeup. Now, this is the Nerida Hansen fabric I received in the Summer Solstice box from the Dahlia Sewciety. And this was called Lions and Coyotes, or Lion and Coyote. It's a beautiful fabric. I must say, it's a real pleasure to work with this. This fabric is a Lenzing Euro viscose, and the artist is Gabriella Larios, and it's called Lion and Coyote. So what I decided to make in this fabric was the Sandalette dress, which is this dress here, and that's by Cousette. Now I have previously made a Cousette pattern, which was the Bridget dress. Now I actually made the Bridget dress in an extra large, but I made this in the large. I did a toile. I actually made a toile in this to see what size I'd need, so to try and stop myself from making things that are just too big. So this is the toile I made. It's actually a beautiful, beautiful shirt, and I really like this shirt so much. I'll insert a photo of the toile that I've got some white fabric and I'm going to make up a white shirt in this. Very easy wear. I like the length of the sleeves. Now if I'm going to wear white jeans, and I can wear this white shirt and my new duster, my Joti duster that I made the other day over the top of it. That would be an ideal summer outfit, remembering that it looks like it's going to rain today, but it has been quite hot, which is great. But as soon as the sun goes down, if we're at a barbecue or something, I'm cold. As soon as there's no sun on me, I'm cold, so I need to put a jacket on, and a duster is an ideal thing for me to be putting on. But this is the toile. We'll insert photos. So that's how come I knew that I actually only needed the L and not the XL. Now I actually thought I had made the double L. I don't know what double L is. How do you go from large to something and then to extra large? But yeah, anyway, so I made the large. It fits perfectly. Absolutely love the dress. It's a really simple make. And once again, it's one of the ones with where the facing is attached. So this front piece, that facing is already attached rather than stitching a facing on. And if you want to interface it, because they say that you don't have to interface it, but I actually used the very lightweight interfacing and interfaced both sides of mine. And I would probably interface a shirt as well. Now, when I made up this toile, this is just some random cotton fabric that I've got that I'm never going to use. And I think this is like a lighter weight bleached calico. So it's purely just to see if it fitted, and I really, really liked it. So that's why I'll be making another one. So as I said, the pattern piece it was the same with the Bridget dress as well. The pattern piece was, the facing was included on the pattern piece. Makes it quite an interesting sew, but a very fast sew this is. Much faster than the Bridget, because the Bridget's got a collar, remember? So I'll pop in a photo of the Bridget so you can remember what it was like. So you're really just stitching the shoulders together, and then you are, oh, that's the shoulders there, stitching the shoulders together, and Then you're stitching the small back facing onto these other facing pieces and stitching around the neckline. Then you've already created this. You are crossing over the front and top stitching that down. I also top stitched, yes I did, top stitched the shoulders. So that shoulder seam line I top stitched as well. Oh, before you, yes, and then you are just folding in the edges of the sleeve. So that's just a small hem. I think they recommend that you overlock it and turn it over once, but I didn't. I turned it over twice. So probably using a narrower amount so that I ended up with the same thing, but I much prefer that look than an overlocked hem on the other side. So just a little bit neater for me. And then you're just sewing the side seams together, making sure that this is nice and neat at the underarm. Not that anybody would ever see your armpit, but you know. And that's your final dress. Then you do a hem. Now I did do I think it says that the seam allowances are 1 centimetre and the hem allowance is 2 centimetres. Well, I did I used 4 centimetres in my hem. I turned it up 2 centimetres and turned it up again. So that was just because I'm short. I'm only 5'4", so and I still think the dress is plenty long enough. And of course, because I have a bit of a belt obsession, I made an obi belt to go with it, which you can either wear with it or without it, because I'm actually quite happy to wear it without the belt. The belt's a nice addition if you want it to, but it's not like it's too big for me. 1, because I made a toile and made sure I made the right size. And 2, because it's quite a straight dress. So it is really quite a straight dress. You can get it out of, it says that it takes 2.4 meters. And I probably did use 2.2 meters of fabric, because remembering that I had 3 meters. And but that's mainly because it's directional. If your fabric was not directional, if you were not using directional fabric, I think you could easily get this out of 1.5 meters easily, provided your fabric's wide enough and depending what size you made. Now I made the L and I would have been able to get that out of it if it was not directional. And the last thing you want to do is have something going in the wrong direction. So that's my make. I'll show you the fabric I have chosen for the blouse of it. So this is the fabric. Oh, it's a bit glary. It's not seersucker, but it's a little bit embossed. Oh, and it's still damp. Need to hang that up. Yes, just to make a white blouse. I've also got other skirts that will go with, and it will go with the new skirt, the new Stina skirt I'm going to be making out of the Chloe chambray that I've got. It's got a lot of light blue in it. Maybe it's called something in Venice, can't really remember. But I've got that there ready to cut out also. I had to get some light blue lining for it because the Stina skirt is lined and I much prefer it to be lined. You probably could get away without lining it, but I just really like the lined skirt and how it makes it look really smooth and really nice over your hips. So that's my adventure with the Sandalette by Cousette. And you know what? This is such a nice fitting dress. I think that you could make a lined one of these in like corduroy and wear it as a shift dress over a polo neck jumper. So I think I'll get a fair bit of use out of that pattern. I haven't yet made anything with the sleeve. This is the first time I've used this pattern. I've had this pattern actually for quite some time. And I can see that the sleeve construction is fairly easy. The sleeve has no gathering at the sleeve head. It does gather onto a band, which then becomes a cuff, but it's not a button cuff, it's just a straight cuff. The sleeve is stitched onto the body of the blouse in using the flap method, and then basically you are just stitching up the whole side seam, including the sleeve. So you just stitch the whole way. I actually usually do from bottom to top, and then you would have this bit to turn over. You probably stitch in the ditch. I'd probably just hand sew it. Doesn't look like it's a very long cuff, so it really wouldn't take very long, and I quite like a bit of hand sewing. But yes, a lovely pattern for a plain dress that's going to allow the fabric to speak for it, because to me, most things, it's all about the fabric. So that's my adventures with my beautiful Nerida Hansen fabric. And I am so looking forward to Nerida Hansen Big Sewing Day Out on the 17th of February in Brighton, Victoria. I will let you all know how I go when I'm there. It's you're obviously allowed to take photos, because they said if you don't want your photo on social media, then you need to advise them. So hopefully, I haven't seen any photos of the one from Geelong, but 2 other ladies have contacted me to say they're going to the one in Bright. So if you're going, let me know. It'll be great. Love meeting people. So, and Nerida Hansen will be there, and Micah from May Design. So should be a very fun day. Full on tiring day, but a very fun day. So everybody have a wonderful sewing week. And thank you all to the people who have contributed to my Ko-fi account and bought me a coffee. I am absolutely thrilled. That's so generous of you. Hopefully I can get some better equipment, or maybe a backdrop, so I don't have to look at pigeonholes with fabric in it. Maybe it's not a bad look, better than the other side of the room, which looks like a whole lot of boxes of fabric that's a mess, and an ironing board. But anyway, thank you very much to those people. Please like and subscribe and share my video. And if you haven't made the Sandalette, a great pattern, and if you have made it, please write in the comments and let me know how you went with it and what size did you make, because I have decided that I will start doing a lot of toiles, because I would have actually, if I hadn't done a toile and I knew that the Bridget was slightly too big and just sort of big up on the chest and shoulders and neck, I would have done the LL, but I was very, very good, and I have not cut into the pattern. I have made all my own pattern pieces, so that way I can use it for other people if they'd like something out of that. Now you can actually bring this up as far as you want. It actually has got a break line on the pattern, which I did mark, but I put it on, but it's not shaped where the break line is. So when you're making a blazer and other things, you'll often have absolute shaping, and when you need to stitch the insides of your facing down, you do it one side so you can't see it, and then when you get to the break line you swap to the other side so you can't see it, and it helps it to turn at that point. But this dress does not have this, and so you can make that break line wherever you want. It's got no shaping at the break line. It's no different. So if you wanted to have it and stitched up to there, you could do it. You could have it to wherever you want. You can have it lower, higher. I I don't know now how far away from their break line I was, because I just put it on, and just because it's already constructed by this stage, you've got the backs and the fronts sewn together, you can put it on and you can see where you need that break line to be. And so in the case of that type of pattern, it's really, really good because you can choose your own height of where you want your V to come down to, which is very, very handy. So really, really happy with the pattern. Really happy with the fabric. I did use a Microtex size 8 needle to try and make it so that it didn't pull any of the fabric, and it worked really, really well and behaved really, really well. So that's all for me today. If you've got any questions, please let me know. Please like and subscribe, and let me know if you've made the Sandalette dress by Cousette, or if you've used your beautiful Nerida Hansen fabric from the Summer Solstice bespoke box. Everybody have a great week. Bye.